Stuart Victoria water pipe fittings part 19, modifying the existing water pipe fittings to fit the forthcoming new layout. The pipe runs have to be very neat and tidy. I use one of the union nuts for the 10H engine. This Stuart Victoria has a crankshaft driven water pump, and here it is. The fittings are very tiny and they look sort of in scale with the model. The standard of workmanship on this Victoria and also the 10H is exceptional. When tightening such small unions, these are 3/16 by 40 threads per inch, you must not over tighten them, otherwise they may break. Generally speaking, my tool of choice is the Barco spanner because of the width of the jaws, which don't have a tendency to round the nuts, unlike the problem that occurs with smaller spanners. I'm reusing the existing piping. What I'll need to do on this one is use a double union to extend it. This is the inlet from the water tank. And this is the water outlet pipe from the top of the pump. It comes from a special valve mounted on the pump itself, which allows precise control as to how much water goes into the boiler and how much water is returned to the tank. To digress for a moment, here are the boiler mounting plates all sat on the bench, waiting for me to fasten the burners in place. I need to modify the inlet system to the engine. The valve is the wrong way round and the pipe is the wrong length for the application. This piece of copper pipe is threaded into the flange, and I'm going to remove it and fit a new piece once I've turned the valve around. I'm going to save this union nut because it's just the right thread at 5/16 by 26 threads per inch to fit onto the Stuart 10H. In this close-up shot of the engine turned round, you can clearly see the water pump bypass valve, and if you notice the exhaust outlet on the cylinder, that will need to be modified to fit to the condenser. This nut was a tight fit on the threads of the T-piece on the 10H. An easy fix, I need to clean up the threads using a 5/16 by 26 threads per inch plug tap, also known as a bottoming tap, just to clean up the existing threads which are a little bit strained. And now it's top tip time. I need to clean up the outside of this nut using a rotary scouring pad, and the easiest way to do this is to leave it on the tap. It holds the part perfectly and allows you to put plenty of pressure on, and the nut doesn't get too hot to hold as you do the job. Here it is in place, ready to be the main steam inlet for the 10H engine. I noticed that the T-piece flange was a bit loose, so here I'm using a special spanner. This is one of a set that you can buy from Blackgates Engineering. I have a couple of these sets and they are really useful. They fit metric and BA sizes. This job worked out well. The union nut is perfect for the T-piece. These 3/16 by 40 threads per inch unions are really easy to cross-thread, so when you use them, be very gentle with them until the thread has fully engaged. And as usual, a warning, do not over-tighten union nuts or any small nuts and bolts on model steam engines. You will shear them off, and you really don't want to do that. Here are some close-up shots once again of the various parts. I really do like this engine a lot. The closer I look at it, the better it gets. It's beautifully made and quite unlike the drawing. I needed to shorten one of the pipes, which fits the check valve, and for this I used a small diamond cutter. These are very good and easy to use. I used a needle file to clean the hole in the end, and then the outer part was cleaned with Scotch-Brite, and the union cone fits perfectly. Here's a general layout of where the tank's going to fit. In a previous episode I showed me painting this. This engine is very smooth and the pistons are perfect fit. It doesn't turn over when I shut the valve, only when I open it to let some air in. And that concludes this episode. Here's a shot of the layout once again. There will of course be a condenser at the right hand side. Stay safe, stay healthy. Thanks for watching and I hope you found it useful. Please take the time to visit my Mainsteam Models website and click on the section of the website that says Video Playlists. And by doing that, you can find other videos that you may like to watch. And by using the playlists, you can actually watch the videos back to back.